Welcome to another episode of last week's Comics Today. It is a, once again, small week, but I have surprises at the end that are probably going to account for half this video. Up first is Frontiersman, issue 4. So she is the sort of guest star this issue. Each issue so far has been a done-in-one where it's not like 6 issues to get a story arc. Frontiersman is still in the tree protesting, and she shows up. And so he calls her Bryn a couple of times. I flipped through the issue once again just to see if she had a superhero or villainess name. And quickly I could only find that he calls her Bryn a couple of times, so I apologize if she has another name. But the previous issue ends with a murder in self-defense, so this starts with cops in the tree. It's pretty funny, actually. But we've still got these guys brewing in the background, and it gives me sort of I can't remember their name at the moment either, but the League of Monsters that's in One Punch Man, sort of these this crew that is just planning in darkness in screens. So that's going on. And this is mostly a conversation and reminiscence between these two characters. I mentioned already that she was sometimes superhero, sometimes villain, and they had I'll just say they had a complicated relationship. Sometimes they were fighting and sometimes they were intimate. But he dropped off the grid for roughly 15 years, and she came looking for him once he popped up in that tree and got national media attention. So it is, it's very interesting, it's very good. I continue loving this book. I don't know how sales are on this book, but I hope they're good because I hope that it runs for a very long time. As always, recommended. Inferno, issue 4. This is the final Hickman X-Men issue, and I mentioned last issue that I wasn't sure how things were going to wrap up, and I should have seen this coming, but some of the storylines get wrapped up and the rest just continue to roll on to other X books. I haven't decided yet whether or not I'm going to continue reading any X-Men. Slight spoiler, but we're going to be looking at this in a few minutes. And of all of the titles, I'm sort of most tempted by the main X book, X-Men, written by Jerry Dugan, because apparently he's not writing Dead Eyes or Dead Rabbit anymore. So I'm interested in this, tentatively. I have not bought a single issue of it yet, though. Anyway, we're talking about Inferno, and this is the big Mystique Destiny Moira issue, and a lot happens here. Also, Emma. It's been big things happening for all 4 of those characters, but this is excellent, and I'm going to miss Hickman on X-Men. I'll stop right there. I'm very curious what he will be doing next. I've enjoyed most of what Hickman has done. I would have liked for him to do more, but I am curious to see what he will be doing next. Son of KAL-EL, issue 6. Now, various things happen here, but the thing that gets me, the thing that sticks out in my head is Robin shows up in this, and there's a big article on, well, I'm going to say big article. There was an article on Bleeding Cool about possibly changing Robin. So it looked like early pages of this issue drew Tim Drake, and it wound up getting changed to Damian. The two are not interchangeable. I think he acts more like Tim than he does Damian. But, like, who has seen Damian smile like that? That looks like Tim. Anyway, it's, continuing previous story elements. They're still going after Bendix, but it continues to be good. Other than that weird Damian, maybe Tim thing. It's a good book. I still enjoy it. And now for the other Tom Taylor book of the week, Dark Knights of Steel, issue 3. For only being 3 issues into this, a lot has happened. The first issue ends with the death of a king. Issue 2 sees some retaliation based on that, and issue 3 is just further escalation from all sides. And there are multiple sides in this. There's a surprising number of factions, but I don't know if I've shown her off yet, and you can see here that something is happening that is probably unpleasant, but yeah, it's really well done. It's well written, the art is gorgeous, and I am super curious to see where this story is going. But it's issue 3 of 12, so it's got a long way to go. I am loving every second of it. Of these 4, I'm going to give pick of the week to, it's kind of a toss-up, I think, between Steel and Inferno. Inferno really is almost a teaser for things to come rather than a conclusion in its own right. But it was really well done. I'm going to give it to Dark Knights. But it was just a solid week. Like I said, it was a small week, but all of these are super solid books. Now, last week I was looking at previews that came out. For some reason, the Marvel catalog was not in that, so I got that this week. This is for product coming out in March, and at the very front here we've got Immortal X-Men, which is sort of the Quiet Council book. You can see them there. And if anyone were to get me back into, or to continue, I suppose, reading X-Men, it would be Kieran Gillen. If not, Jerry Dugan, as already mentioned. But the other big thing here, once I find it again, the thing I'm interested in, and I lost it. Punisher by Jason Aaron. This is, I don't think it says here, but I believe this is also a 12-issue series, or planned 12-issue series. So I am very interested in this because it's, I think, similar to his Conan. It's going to take place over multiple time periods. Those are the issues that I am looking forward to from Marvel upcoming. However, I also got some stuff in the mail, and I picked this up from a friend. He was recently tabled at C2E2, which by the time you're seeing this was about a month ago, but I haven't seen him in a while. This is his book. You can find out more from overflowcomic.com. I have not read this yet, but I absolutely will. And then also in the mail this week I got Plot Holes, which is the Sean Murphy, I think this was Indiegogo. So it's roughly 4 issues of story. It's genre bending. It reminds me of Joe the Barbarian, but I will cover that in its own video. I'm about halfway through this now. I don't know when this video will go up, but as soon as I possibly can, I'll get this out as well. So that is everything that I got this week. And yeah, it's a very good week of comics. As always, I get my comics from a local comic shop. If you don't know where yours is, you can use this URL to find the one closest to you.